Hi everybody, Anna K. Morris here with a quick coaching video on this happy Halloween. And I'm gonna cut straight to it because everybody's super busy Halloween. I always feel like Halloween is really like the kickoff of the holiday season. But it really feels like Labor Day lately. So anyway, so the coaching video is, or the coaching tip is, this too will pass. And it's really good news for those of you that are in a dip right now, right? Or maybe having a hard time or feeling really fragile or tender or just wobbly. Let's call it wobbly. And maybe not good news for those of you that are riding a high, right? That won't last either. I love the coaching that I've gotten from my coach, which is the only thing to do is keep your seatbelt on, right? Because things are always going to change. That's the nature of being a human being. And also, we like for it to change. I know that you may be listening to this and you're like, no, Anna, I don't actually want it to change. My mom would say like, nope, I like it just when it's like safe and I know what's going on and I know what the plan is and all of that. And I would call bullshit on it. Because I think that whether we can admit it or not, we might not like how far the changes can swing, but I do think that we need the changes in our lives, but we also we do enjoy them. I mean, there are 4 seasons in the year. Like, we are seasonal creatures. Look at the world. Like, I'm looking outside and it's really cold right now and the sky is really blue, but it was, raining for, the last week. Like, we need changes in our environment and also we need changes within ourselves. So how does that impact you? We're moving into the holidays and I have something that I'm going to be announcing next week. Because I have found time and time again in my own life and in my friends' lives and my family's lives and my clients' lives that the holidays are just massive, right? Like, it's the ending of a year, it's the beginning of a new year, it's exciting, and for a lot of people it's their favorite time of year, and just as many people it's their least favorite time of the year. So I've got something coming next week to support you through that. And I wanted to hop in here and remind you, all there is to do is keep your seatbelt on. If you are in a season right now that you are not liking, don't worry, it won't last. And if you are in a season right now that you're really, really loving, savor it, because it also won't last. As you all know, I have a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old. Derek always reminds me, Jack is almost 4 and Dean is 19 months. So let's call him 4 and 2 for the story. People say kids grow up really fast. And while we've wanted them to grow up because we really, really want Dean to sleep, the older he gets, the better the sleep seems to get. I'm also aware that he's got this blonde curly hair. If you haven't seen pictures, go on my Instagram. It's like just the sweetest, fluffiest blonde curly hair. And I just put my face in it every night when he's drinking his bottle and cuddle with him. And just I'm trying to imprint what his hair feels like, what his hair smells like. Because I'm in a really great season with them. And I know that the next seasons are also going to be great, but they'll bring with it new challenges, new things for me to learn. And I don't want to miss how incredibly beautiful things are right now, even though I'm in a really heavy lifting time of parenting. I'm in a heavy lifting time of my business. I'm creating a whole bunch of stuff. I've got 2 classes that I'm creating and a membership group, and I'm leading a coaching program right now. It's a lot. And when I start to feel overwhelmed or stressed out, I stop and I pause and I remember that this is everything I've ever wished for. And there's nothing that will be put on my plate that I cannot handle. And I have this resounding faith and confidence in myself. And I'm telling you, it comes from, I mean, I'm beating a dead horse with the journaling, but I will say it in every single coaching video. It comes from spending time with myself on the pages in long writing format every single day. I come to the pages every day, not sure. Every day questioning myself. Every day checking in. Does this feel good? Do I want to keep going down this path? It's hard. Can I keep going? Is this what I want? Like, I spend the time making sure. And sometimes the answer is no. And what's great about that is I'm like, wow, okay, so what have I learned here? Like, what felt good about that? What didn't feel good about that? What do I want to keep? What do I want to get rid of? And I spend the time asking myself the questions. It's like I'm getting interviewed by Barbara Walters on 2020, which was one of my favorite shows, like, as a child. But like, that kind of journalistic experience is what I do with myself every single day. So then when I go out into my life, I know crystal clear that what I'm doing is actually what I want. It's actually like, yes, it's hard right now. Yes, it's heavy lifting. And it's exactly what I want. So I can handle the hard stuff, the working late at night, the, giving up some of the things that I've had to give up in order to create the space to grow, you see what I'm talking about? It's like, we all have the same amount of time, but what are we doing with it? And so this is a season. I know that this is a season, and there will be a moment later that I'll look back and say, like, this is kind of on autopilot. I can't believe it. And then I'll get bored and I'll create something else, because my favorite thing to do is create stuff. And I know that about myself, right? So your journal prompt is this: what season am I in? And how can I have it feel okay, let me say this. I want to make sure I get this right. What season of life am I in? And how can I let myself feel it more? Now, I'm not saying that you're going to like how it's feeling. You might, but you might not. And what I'm suggesting this journal prompt is that you give yourself permission to feel it more. So, quick story. My dad has Alzheimer's. He was also a recovering alcoholic who is now drinking again. So, I know that the clock is ticking in a way that I haven't wanted to admit. And we don't live in the same state. He lives in Florida. And so what I recognized in seeing like this season that I'm in as his daughter is that I might not have much more time. Like, I don't actually know. Alzheimer's has been a funny thing I lost my grandfather to it. Derek lost his grandfather to it. Like, I've been through it before, and it can happen really suddenly. And so last night I booked a flight to go see him. Just me, not the kids, not Derek, just me, watching the news with him, listening to him tell me about books that he's reading. And I'm just going to go and make a bunch of food for them and be there and help them with the technology stuff that they always want help with, and make sure that they can get their groceries delivered, because they're still going to get their groceries right now, and that does not work. And like, all the things that like I know that I can do, but mostly it's because like I want to have some Christmas time with my dad, because I don't know that I will next year. And that's why journaling is so important. It's because it gives you time to see the season that you're in, and how can you lean into it rather than fight against it, because the fighting against it, y'all, is exhausting and it won't work. So I'm leaning into this season with my dad, and I'm making small right actions so that one day when I look back, I have more memories with him. Okay. So you've got your journal prompt. What season are you in? And how can you allow yourself to feel it more? Okay. I love you. I'll see you tomorrow.